Hello everybody, and welcome to the second annual Kids Helping Kids Symposium. Although this virtual show looks a lot different than last year's symposium, which was held in person at the Harris Center in Folsom, we believe that a virtual show is a true testament to the year of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Despite all odds, Kids Helping Kids and the Center for Entrepreneurship have stayed in business production, and we are so excited to continue on in the years that follow. Before we start off with the night, I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about the Center for Entrepreneurship and the Kids Helping Kids program itself. Kids Helping Kids is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to changing the lives of children in need both locally and globally. There are four main populations that we serve. The first one being our pediatric cancer population, where we aim to assist children and their families who are battling pediatric cancer by providing for them financial support and various resources that they'll be able to use while they're receiving treatment. Our next population will be our college-bound classic population, which consists of homeless, foster care, and at-risk youth who are looking to advance their education at a college. Through our college-bound classic golf tournament, which will be held this year on May 3rd at the Serrano Country Club, we raise funds to provide for those students laptop computers and dormitory shopping sprees so that they can acquire supplies that will make them feel more at home at college. The next population that we serve will be our global population, where we focus on providing financial aid to children in Nicaragua, Cuba, and India. And lastly, we have our PAVE population, which stands for Performing and Visual Arts Education. This program is new to Kids Helping Kids this year, as we have added it with the understanding that students in the arts will need our support now more than ever in the midst of a pandemic. There are 7 different business branches inside of Kids Helping Kids Sacramento, and each one serves a unique purpose in elevating our business. If you're into video production and editing, you can join our productions team, which manages all of our virtual pieces. If you're into meeting business executives and advancing your public speaking skills, then our advancement branch would be the place for you. No matter what your interest, you can find a home inside of Kids Helping Kids Sacramento. Tonight, it is my hope that you'll gain some deeper insight into our program by listening to the testimonies of various corporate partners and some Kids Helping Kids alumni themselves. We are so thankful that you have joined us for our second annual symposium. With that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. What steps did you take earning you your current job and your current position?
Yeah, I think the steps that I took to earn my current job and current position kind of start back from choosing to be a part of Kids Helping Kids. So, doing Kids Helping Kids, which I know we'll talk a little bit more about some specifics of that experience and how it shaped me, but choosing to do that and then going to college and then building upon that experience and taking positions in college, which not everybody has to work in college, not everybody goes to college, but that was my experience. And so I actually took on a referee position in college because I knew that I wanted to work, but I wanted to do something that I was interested in. But because of the experience from Kids Helping Kids, I quickly moved up. I ended up being a program manager within the campus recreation program, and I got to do a lot of really cool projects even at the university level. So I think building upon those foundational skills from Kids Helping Kids, I was able to step beyond, just an initial job, just being a college ref, which is fun. I really get to start to move up. And then that experience translated really well into my first internship at Boeing. So I ended up working at the Boeing company, which is an aerospace company. They make a lot of the planes that we all fly in. But my experience from being a program manager set me up for success to be an intern as a program manager at Boeing. And I ended up being at Boeing from June of 2016 as an intern. I converted to full-time, and I was there until June of 2020 this past year. At Boeing, I really found a lot about myself. I had 4 different positions while I was at Boeing. A lot around program management because those are some of the skills that I just found to come really natural to me and skills and a type of position that excited me to come to work to every day. So as I moved through the company, I took opportunities that were challenging for me. So I went from a program manager from the manufacturing floor to our services side. I converted over to full-time supporting our services side, supporting our airline customers across the world. Working with customers is a really great experience. And then I worked in business development, which is developing new products, working with sales, working with customers, develop new products. And that was actually for the private jet side of the company. So I was able to take on really exciting opportunities and really diverse opportunities within the company. And then I had to take a little bit of a risk. So with COVID, I saw that things were going to be changing in the industry that I was in. And I wanted to make sure that I was continuing to pursue a career path that I was excited about. I saw that maybe some opportunities that would have been available to me soon in my current company might need a little bit more time because things were just really tight at the company. So I looked out beyond the company that I was at, and I found a great opportunity at Amazon within Amazon Web Services. This position was it was very hard to interview for this position. Some of these bigger corporate companies, interviewing process is really intense, but I went ahead and I took the risk to jump over to this new opportunity. And doing so and being open to pursuing, I could have stayed where I was and been comfortable, but I knew that if I were to take this risk, this could lead to amazing opportunities for my career for the rest of my life. So I went ahead and I made the jump over to Amazon Web Services, and it has been truly one of the best experiences so far in my career. I am really grateful for everything I've done thus far, but now I'm in a position that is focused more on people, focused more on things that I am truly passionate about. I still use my program management skills, but I'm able to apply those to not just services and manufacturing, but I focus on products that are focused on people. I do trainings. I work on bias. How do we combat unconscious bias in the workplace? I get to support new product and development, and I get to help with testing these new products. And I'm in this role now that I'm excited to come to work every single day. I'm fully engaged. It's also allowed me to pursue a diversity and inclusion certificate at Cornell University. And I think what I'm trying to say here is that it starts with the foundational skills that you can choose to do today through Kids Helping Kids. I was also in student government and Key Club at Del Campo, but being really intentional and building upon those skills and feeling confident that, you know, I couldn't go from Kids Helping Kids to the job I have today, but saying yes to program management position for being a ref, and then taking that experience and saying yes to Boeing, and then taking that experience and saying yes to a few other positions within Boeing, and then feeling confident that I could make this jump to Amazon and still be successful. And so being open and willing to say yes and feel confident and build upon your skills. That's what I found to be so successful in my career, because it's really easy to look around and see there's so many different types of people that you work with, but feeling confident in who you are, the type of jobs that you want to pursue, um, and yeah, just really starting to get to know yourself and being willing to take a little bit of risk here and there to be in a career and a position that I'm now in that I'm just so excited about for the future.
The steps I took to earn my current role at Wells Fargo really is about a personal journey for me. I was working very long hours and in a very high profile position 10 years ago and traveled a lot, got a lot of great experience, but it really took me away from what gave me passion. And I felt very dissatisfied with what I was doing in my work life, and I didn't really have balance. So I started on a personal journey to figure out what would give me that balance, and I began working in nonprofit space. I worked for UC Davis Health System in their corporate development division. I worked for a Stanford Youth Solutions, which gave me a real feel for caring for my community. And I loved it. I felt more fulfilled by giving back to my community, but also using my skills and talents. So that then led me to a contact at Wells Fargo who was on our board. Obviously, I knew about Wells Fargo, but I wasn't intimate with what they were doing. And as I developed a stronger relationship with Wells Fargo, I was very interested in their corporate social responsibility, how they gave back. So I began networking and built relationships with them, and a job opened up, which rarely does in my field, which is, community relations. And I was asked to apply. So I did. And I think what did it for me, and possibly what they saw in me, was that I had both corporate experience and I had nonprofit experience. So I knew, and I was mixing my skill set. So I had a strong skill set in building relationships and program management and branding and reputation building. I had all of the basic skills that I needed, that they were looking for, but I also had this passion for giving back and connecting very strategic initiatives to very real problems. So that was sort of my path. And I have to say, the marriage between working hard for a corporate environment and doing good in your community and for others is absolutely the best role I've ever had. So I'm very blessed to have this position, and very blessed to have a company that gives back so much to their community.